right? Just want to get on here and make a quick point. You know, shout out to my new subscribers, most old subscribers, and TikTok family. Looking for you guys really possible. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all. I'm just out here doing what I do. You know, October was a busy month for me, man. You know, had a lot of stuff I had to renew, get some new internet, stuff like that. You know, I'm always looking for a better deal with better speeds, and had to get in touch with my attorneys as well. So, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff going on, especially with my attorneys back and forth. But now that things are cleared up and I got time, I see there's a new movement. It just seems like they're always trying to find a way to blame men for everything. And, you know, it's a sad day when you have other men blaming men for everything and trying to find a way to blame men for everything. And it's just, you know, I'm gonna tell you something. It don't matter how old someone gets, it don't matter what age they get to, if they were a beta or didn't get women back in the day, that's not gonna change. That personality is still gonna be the same no matter how much money they get or clout or fame that they get or maintain. They're gonna always be the same kind of dude. They're gonna always think the same kind of way. Some kind of victim mentality. I'm telling you, you know, you guys see a lot of guys online and you assume, you know, because of the clout or whatever, that they get women or got women. No, these guys were lames. They didn't get women back in the day and they don't get women now. I'm just gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? And I got the ability to pretty much tell if a dude got like game or whatever and get women or not. It's just the way he carries himself. It's like his demeanor, his attitude. You know what I'm saying? It seems like whether he can, turn this down a little bit. I got the flighting out here. You know, there we go. Too bright. I ain't got my shades on. You can always tell, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. Guys that didn't get women back in the day used to have a bunch of excuses back then. And when they get older, they can't get women. Then they just try to blame the guys that could get women. And you know, I don't really go with them like that. Like I told y'all, Pookie, Ray Ray's, Chad's, and Tyrone's, since I am a Tyrone and Chad, of course I'm not gonna go with them like that. But these guys that never really got women, they always find a way to show themselves. They always do. And here lately, I'm hearing a lot of guys trying to blame, like, you know, we're all on the same accord, but you have these guys out here that just love to argue just to argue, right? They just want to bicker about everything, and they were bickering about everything back in the day when they were younger, hence the reason why I didn't have any women, talking too much and complaining about everything, and don't have the looks to back it up. And these guys are doing the same thing now. So I'm seeing things where guys talking like, these guys that are telling, you know, women not to do X, Y, and Z, these are the same guys that were running through the women back in the day, making the women this way. Let me tell you something. As an adult, you understand that you have no control over anyone. So it makes absolutely no sense to say that. We had no control over women then, just like we have no control over women now. So for a man to sit around and just try to poke and pry and look for little holes in other men's arguments because he wasn't the man that used to get women, couldn't get women back then, can't get women like that now. So you don't never know where their real intentions are coming from. See, they can get online and make things sound good, but you gotta look at the person delivering the message. I don't believe in that, you know what I'm saying, pew the messenger. I'm going to, like, what does a messenger look like? Does a messenger look like the kind of guy that gets women? If he doesn't, then what is he talking about when it comes to getting women? What is he talking about when it comes to guys that get women and how they used to handle women back in the day as opposed to now? Let me tell you something. The kind of women that go around and let Pookie, Ray Ray, Chad, or Tyrone get to them, you know, they're going to do that no matter what. It don't matter whether you have a good game. It don't matter whether you're out there trying to. They're going to chase you down. They're going to be those kind of women no matter what. So to try to say that men made them that way is really stupid. It's really stupid. Because women, we have no control of women. So we could control women back then, you know? Because ladies, remember, they're taking the power away from you too. When they try to make it seem like men have the ability to trick you into something and then turn around and complain about it. No. Women are going to do what they want to do. They were doing what they wanted to do back then, and they're going to do what they want to do now. So there's either, and also you're conflating the two different things. There's females and there's ladies. So why are you trying to make it seem that a female could ever be a lady? A lady is always a lady. You can't take that away from her. You can't charm that out of her. So I don't know. These are kind of men that do not get women. They don't understand women. They don't know how to talk to women. They don't know womanese. They don't know none of this stuff. And they just get online and they talk and they're really directing it towards other guys that haven't had women. But you have to listen to the guy. You got to look at the guy, listen to what he's really saying. Is he just bickering to be bickering? Does he seem like he just have a deep core disdain for females or women or whatever? Does it seem like he's ever really gotten women like that? If it don't really seem like he's the kind of person that used to get women or get women right now, why would you listen to him saying anything about who was making these women? None of it makes any sense, okay? Like I told you, some men just, and females I guess too, just get online and just look for ways to complain and try to disguise it as some kind of criticism or advice or recommendation or critique. So this person and these people out here are trying to say that men made the women the way they are now. And then when those guys age out of the age of 20s, when they're making them, now all of a sudden, they're trying to critique those women. No, you're missing the point. You're not listening, okay? There's two different kinds of females, right? Well, there's a female and there's a lady, okay? Don't conflate the two. For you to sit there and say that we can make a lady become a female and drop down to her lower nature, that's not possible. She's either a lady to begin with or she's not, okay? Just because you're not one of the select guys that used to be able to get to those females doesn't make your argument valid, okay? It doesn't. It just seems like, you know, somebody that got too much time on his hands trying to shame men that are able to get women once again. See, it's one thing when it comes from a guy that looks like he can get women and get women. When it comes from a guy that looks like he never got women like that and can't get women now, no matter how big his clout is, it seems to hit a little bit different and be kind of strange. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. All right. So you guys need to back up and you need to like ease off these kind of issues, because if you want a select guy back in the day to be able to, like, what are you trying to say, run through women, then you're not the kind of guy that needs to be speaking about it right now. You need to stick to whatever you were doing back then, being nerdy about whatever and action figures and anime and all that. That's fine. But when it comes to speaking on issues that handsome men, you know, go through and deal with, or guys with game, if you ain't got game or you're not handsome, you can't speak on that kind of stuff. You shouldn't be just out here because you have a platform. This is what I'm talking about. We have to start, you know, bringing a little bit of shame back to things and kind of like making sure that people understand, hey, look, this is your avenue and your lane. Stay in that. Whenever you step outside of that, somebody got to remind you, you weren't that dude. You're still not that dude, okay? And if you think that I'm talking about you, I probably am, all right? If you weren't that dude, you ain't that dude, then why are you talking about those dudes? You ain't got no business talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you guys, I want you to make sure you pay attention to this kind of stuff. Don't just be taking advice from people that look like they got a body made for sitting down or something like that. Like, if he looked like he was never in shape to begin with to be able to get a certain level of woman or be able to run through a certain level of woman, what does he know about doing it and then learning from that lesson? He knows nothing. He's observing people. He's a monitoring spirit. He's watching things from the sideline, not able to play on the field. You don't get to speak if you never played on the field, man. You look, listen, I'm not on here, you know, talking about, you know, being a multi-millionaire, I haven't gotten to that point yet. I would seem kind of foolish. I could talk about it if I wanted to, but I would seem a little bit foolish and out of my lane, you know what I'm saying, if I started speaking that kind of way, right? Well, guys that look like they never got women like that, never had the option to get women like that, but are speaking on it, it's the same thing. It's goofy, goofball, goober behavior at best, okay? So I'm not going to hold y'all too long, but gentlemen, I'm seeing other YouTubers pop up in my stream, and I'm starting to pick out the ones that like to just argue, to bicker, just to be bickering, because they want to feel like they're on top of everything and king of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let them feel like whatever they want to feel like, but I'm going to always make sure that I put my points of view out there, because y'all are goofy, man. Like, y'all live for this YouTube stuff. I just step in, you know what I mean, get y'all upset and step back out and let you contemplate and ponder and study me. And every time you see, I could debate any of y'all. Y'all could study me for an entire year in all my videos and content. And I could not study anything that you guys have going on. The minute I step down and debate y'all, no matter what you studied, I'm gonna make you look ridiculous and stupid just based off of the general knowledge. You're not even the kind of guy that needs to be speaking about men that can get women. You're not that dude. You never were. It doesn't make any sense. You cannot be just some funny looking dude online talking about, well, these guys were making these women this way. Then they turn right back around and judge the guys that are doing it now. It's not the guys that were able to make women that way, so you claim, can speak on the stuff. You never were. You're not going to be. So you don't get to speak on nothing. You know what I mean? I like to stay within my lane. You know what I mean? I think you see the super chat button? I think there's a super chat button, like a cash button or something like that you can press. I appreciate you, by the way, God. They appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's a super chat button somewhere on there. That'd be greatly appreciated. Or you can become a member. You know, and I believe I have my Cash App in there if you want to donate through that way also as well. But I think it's super chats. It's something that's in there to say super chat or something like that. But I wanted to put this out there for you guys. Remember, you guys also hit the like button, you know, share the live and subscribe, because there's a lot of people out here that's speaking recklessly. I see a lot of real rich guys talking some stuff, and I want to say something, but I'm not rich like that yet, so it looks kind of foolish. Just like, what is this broke ass talking about that for? You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, you know, I'll eventually be there sooner than later, and when I am, that's when I'm going to speak about these stuck-up rich guys that jump on bandwagons, but they look like they don't hardly ever get women or like women too much. But I'll wait until then. Let me move over here. When I start seeing cameras get pulled out, I don't know if somebody's recording me or not. You know what I'm saying? Too quick for that. Record somebody else. Some shit trying to pull the camera phone out. Like I'm stupid or something. I'm a YouTuber, man. I know I'm supposed to pull my camera out, trying to record somebody. You know what I mean? Got to do better than that. You know what I mean? But yeah. So move over here. That chick almost threw me off for a whole hot second. I don't want to hear any dudes like, and you can be a married dude and think that no, just because you're married don't mean that you was that dude back in the day either. Okay? You weren't that dude either if you're married and you're here talking about other men. It don't make any sense. Okay? It don't make any sense. So when I hear, because what I do is I put certain information out, I'm really setting traps for these people. And when they go ahead and they try to run with certain information based off of an assumption, based off of the little information that I put out on here, then I know the kind of fool I'm dealing with. Just somebody that wants to bicker and argue and make it seem like they're the king of the hill of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like not getting women like that. 'Cause if you were getting women like that, see, I can tell when dudes, that's why I don't have any dude friends. Dudes will start getting jealous of you because they can see that women, you know, are hoovering around you and work their way around you. They'll never say nothing, but they'll start getting jealous and try to come up with different kind of ways to make it seem like their jealousy is justified through a good debate or argument. No, it's not. No, it's not, okay? I can see through all your BS. No man that's out there really getting women cares about what I say. No man out there that's getting women would go against what I said, because yes, back in the day, men like me do have the option of running through a bunch of women. Now, did I run through all the women I had the option to run through? No, I did not. No, I did not. You know what I'm saying? And also, I never lied to them. So I told them the truth. I was able to tell them the truth and still be able to get what I wanted. So don't complain about that, all right? Now, if you're not a select guy and you weren't back then just because you have a little bit of money and a platform now, it doesn't make you a select guy now. Meaning, would women date you? Would women listen to you over me? You know what I'm saying? No, they won't, because you're not that dude. See, I'm that dude no matter how much money I have or how little money I have or whatever it is. I still get more women than most of y'all. You want to know why? I understand women. I look like that and I got it like that. Don't be mad about that. Now, I'm not saying that anyone's talking about anybody directly, but any indirect, innuendo-y, whatever you're trying to throw out that possibly could be, I'm going to throw it back at you and show you how it's done. You understand? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Listen, I appreciate all of my soul tribe. I appreciate everybody that checks in. It's cold out here, you know, but whenever I see some lame or goofball online trying to make a bunch of, you know, arguments that kind of like directed towards my soul tribe, which is the kind of guys that get women, you know what I'm saying? Handsome dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like when I hear just like a bunch of shade from funny looking dudes that really probably don't want to be in a well-lit area outside of their home, I'm sorry, we got to stop allowing someone's clout to cloud your judgment. Don't let the clout cloud your judgment, all right? Yeah, they got followers based off of what? Because they can make some really, you know what I'm saying, nice YouTube shorts or videos. Well, you know, some funny looking people online can draw a crowd. It don't mean that they're the kind of person that was ever select. You can just be funny looking and somebody just wants to always watch your funny looking self. You know what I'm saying? So again, y'all, you know, certain people need to stay in their place. Again, I'm not a multi-million-dollar man yet, but when I am, best believe I'll be speaking on the matters. But until then, I'll leave the millionaire dudes alone, right? That ain't my place. I look ridiculous talking about somebody that's a multi-millionaire. I would say little innuendo-y type of stuff sometimes, but I don't never go with those guys directly. I ain't got the money yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. However, anyone else, especially you guys that's talking about guys, you can't listen. You can't make a lady into a streetwalker. They're born a lady. Stop trying to make it seem like men have that much control over women to where we can make them into anything. Last I checked, they're their own kind of being. They're independent, right? And they're equal, if not greater than, when it comes to emotion. So we can't make them do anything. Hence the reason why a lot of you married men, you lames, you know what I'm saying, it's been married since you were like 18 or whatever the case may be. You're not going to stop your woman from cheating because she's either going to be a lady all her life, or you might just got yourself a streetwalker that fooled you. But you can't make anybody into that, okay? You understand what I'm saying to you? Let me move over here. So again, you guys be really careful with the wordplay. Be real careful with how you kind of like trying to be smart, but you don't really have it in you. You know what I'm saying? Understand something, right? There are the kind of guys that can get women no matter what, and that's just the way that it is, okay? Now, the fact that they didn't run through every single one out there, you should be grateful. Don't sit on here and try to complain about the few that they did and say, well, how are you? That's not hypocritical for you to know the kind of women that are throwing themselves around and the kind of ladies that you want to actually settle down with. There's nothing hypocritical about that. Those kind of females are always going to be throwing it around to certain guys, and if you're not that select guy, don't complain about it. You never were that dude. You were never were that guy, okay? So I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. I just wanted to make sure I put this out there because I'm seeing non-select dudes. It'd be different if they were like dudes that look like they get women talking this way, but not a single one is talking like this. Making sense, right? You know what I mean? They're not a select man. You're not going to be getting women like that. And when you're the kind of guy that has a watch from the sidelines, the kind of guy that can get women but turn women down, and women still chase after them, and you gotta like throw yourself out there and do all this and that, you still can't get them, you're gonna be kind of upset. It's gonna cause you to move a kind of way funny, and you know, you're gonna give yourself away, right? Calm down, right? Calm down, right? There's just those that got it, and there's just those that don't. It just is what it is. Work with what you have, okay? But coming after those that have it, especially ones like me, man, you're making the biggest mistake you make in your life, homie. Watch your mouth. Anyway, y'all, peace, love, and light. I'm ready to go with anyone online that want to run their mouth innuendo-ly. I can catch anything that you're trying to put down, okay? I'm going to shut it up real quick and then get back to my business, right? Which is whatever I want it to be, and it's always going to be attracting women wherever I go, indirectly, without even me trying. So work harder at it, do better, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna never stop this. Now I can't stand, you know, it motivates me. But I can't stand seeing raggedy ass dudes trying to talk about stuff that they have no business speaking about. If you can't get women and you don't get women, then you don't have no chip in this. You cannot speak about nothing, all right? Speak about what you know. Making content, making thumbnails, whatever the case may be, making your podcast, but speaking about getting women, no. I have to study nothing for this. I've studied nothing to know how to talk womanese. I ain't studied nothing but women. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad at me because I get women like that. You know what I mean? That's what it is. But anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. I'm in a small town. We got this gas station. But peace, love, and light. Remember, hit the like button, share the live, and subscribe. We're trying to get back on pace. We'll be dropping more content left and right. I told y'all in October I had a lot of stuff to do, a lot of background stuff to do. My attorneys were hitting me up left and right. I had to get a lot of documentation to them and stuff like that. I just don't speak about stuff, you know what I mean? I just get it done. I get it done. I move in silence. But now that that's done, I'm back better than ever, ready to get back on top of things, all right? Peace, love, and light. I'll be floating through my channels. Be on the lookout. Make sure you got all notifications turned on. Remember, all of you that showed up, godly, I appreciate you. The phantom perspective or prospect, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about that. Love y'all. Remember, I'm your brother. You know what I mean? I got your back.